In the previous segment, we spoke about two South African sides that have survived the first leg of the quarterfinals with 1-0 wins. Now we're going to North Africa, where our Ahly and our Hilal locked horns in a very, very intense tactical game. What did you make out of that game?
I don't know why you're decreasing the volume because it needs to be up, man. Marcel Koller and Florent Dibenge, fireworks galore. You know, the two coaches came out and tactically these guys are superior. We know what Marcel Koller has done with Al Ahly. We know what Florent Dibenge is trying to achieve with a Sudanese team that is fighting against all odds.
Yes, I mean, incredible. The Sudanese team have some exceptional players in their ranks, and they took the game to our Ahly.
Not entirely, to be honest with you. I think Al Ahly had the back of them, you know. You look at even the shots that Al Ahly had, they had 12 shots at target when Al Ahly had only 6. That tells you a huge story in terms of an offensive type of play. The position, you look at it again, it says 69% possession to Al Ahly and 31%. Holistically, it tells you where the game was played. It was played in the final third of Al Ahly and Al Hilal, actually. So it was just something amazing to see from an Al Ahly team, you know, and we can't doubt them. And these are the champions. These are the defending champions.
Well, on the other side of things, because our Ahly are the overwhelming favorites, they've won this competition back to back to back. No team has ever done it 3 times in a row. Do you think our Hilal have the players to stop them from doing this?
Look, they do have the players, and I think the coach that they have in Florent Dibenge, I think he's got a tactical ability to probably upset them. I mean, a one lead scoreline is not something that is so challenging. If you look at how Florent Dibenge's team fared in the group stages, I mean, they've lost only 1 game. And it tells you that this is a team that is quite solid when they're playing at home away from home, to be precise, you know, and it's quite interesting to see what he's going to bring into the team. And you speak of those players. Firstly, you have to start in goal when you speak about defensive structure, because it starts there from them in this encounter. You look at Issa Fofana. He's been quiet, something interesting, saving those plays from Ashraf. You know, Ashraf had about 2 shots that were blocked by Issa Fofana. For me, I think Dibenge has something.
Salah, Dil, you have Kadir.
You can mention all the players you want. You've got Taib in there. He does something amazing for this team. You know, he's a centre back that is so experienced into this campaign. And for me, I look at that and I look at the guy who scored from Al Ahly as well, Mohamed Hani. That is experience galore. You can't ask more. You know, you've got Ashraf, who I mentioned earlier on.
Yeah.
Players that are
Shaki, Abu Ali. I think our Ahly also have, they have one of the strongest sides in the competition, and they could do it for a 3rd time in a row, don't you think? You can't underwrite that and overlook it. This is a team that you said earlier on, back to back to back. No team has done it, and they're just a difficult team to play against. All right, let's talk about Pyramids, their game against AS FAR.
Yeah.
Now, which players impressed you in that game? We know that Pyramids, it seems like a done deal. They scored 4 goals, 4-1. It seems like it's over.
Yeah, look, 4 goals, man, in the first 38 minutes. Defensive mistakes from Asfar. Quite disappointing to see Asfar having such defensive fragilities in their game. You look at their group stages, this was something that was not seen. And they come into this, and of course, they're facing a team that is well astute. Pyramids, it's just something else, man. And they've got a guy like Fistin Mayele in there, you know.
He scored 2 goals, the Congolese striker.
2 goals in the game.
Yes,
you know.
And Ibrahim Adel also scored in that game. But Essie, let me give you my diamonds for the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League. And coming in at number 3 is Sipo Chain. Standing at 6 feet 1 inch tall, his command of the box, his composure, and the 5 crucial saves he made from inside the box on the night were just a few qualities that were considered when he was named the man of the match. His sparkling performance ensured that the Buccaneers left the shores of Algeria with a clean sheet and a priceless away win. Coming in at number 2 is Umbokazi. What a gem. The 19-year-old has been a revelation for Pirates since breaking into the first team. His natural defensive intelligence, instincts and anticipation and work rate were especially crucial in keeping dangerous players like Bangura relatively quiet all night. The future is certainly looking bright for the left-footed powerhouse from KwaZulu-Natal. At number 1 this week is a tie between Peter Shalulile and Jaden Adams. Despite Shalulile grabbing the headlines, Adams was the midfield maestro that dictated play and controlled the tempo against Esperance. Peter Shalulile's goal was birthed from the brilliance of Jaden Adams. The Namibian-born striker has now scored 11 goals across all competitions so far this season and also stretched his record as the highest-scoring Premier Soccer League-based player in the competition to 18 goals. Wenzegadli. Yeah, so those are my diamonds this week. You're looking like you agree with my list, SC Kademi.
I won't tell the people off the screen what we were talking about. Nonetheless, I do agree.
No, tell them. Let's open the floor to the audience.
I'll tell you something interesting. You know, when you mentioned Peter Shalulile in there, and you mentioned his numbers, that makes sense to me, you know. But also you have to throw in a boy like Nkota in there.
Okay.
I mean, he wins the game for Pirates, literally. For you not to have him in that list, it's unjustifiable.
It's
I think
criminal.
A 20-year-old that comes in and he's got his head on his shoulders. Let me remind you of something. Nkota was the first goals he got in this CAF Champions League, the first goals that he got. The passes that he got from another 20-year-old, which is Rele Mofokeng. You look at those two things alone, they speak volumes. And he comes back into this game when they play, and he scores. And you don't put him in there?
Oh man, let's throw it out to the viewers out there. Do you agree with my list? Who did I leave out? Leave your thoughts in the comment section of our YouTube channel and let's see whether you are on SC's side that have left out a certain player or you on my side that list is just perfect. Let us know. We'll be going on a short break. After the break, we'll be talking more about the Champions League, well, the AFCON, the Under-17 AFCON and the Confederations Cup and so much more. Stay tuned.